GSMC Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. We just got done talking about the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, and now we're going to talk about Olympic basketball. So in this segment, I'm going to be ranking all the Olympic women's basketball teams that obviously qualified. Before we begin, I wanted to remind you guys to like and follow the show, and to become a part of our show to tip and donate using the link gsmcpodcast.net. This link also puts your questions and comments at the top of the list so that I see them and they get read on the air, and you get that fun interactive aspect of the GSMC Sports Network. Also, I wanted to remind you guys to stay till the end of the show to hear about the Olympic sports the U.S. has yet to take a gold medal in. Now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about the Olympic basketball teams. So I have made 5 categories or tiers to classify these ranks. The 5 categories are the favorite, and I say favorite because there's one favorite. I think you guys can guess what that is. Top contenders, underdogs, low ceiling, and then the long shots. So let's obviously start with ranked as who the favorite is. So ranked as the favorite is the U.S. I feel like that's so obvious. And that's basically just based on their reputation and past Olympic performances. The U.S. has taken home 7 consecutive Olympic gold medals, and they haven't lost an Olympic game since 1992. Diana Taurasi looks to become the first basketball player in history to have 6 gold medals at the 2024 Olympics. I view other key players are A'ja Wilson, Breanna Stewart, and Chelsea Gray. Hopefully the team keeps their winning streak. It would suck if this is the year that they break that streak, but I have a lot of optimism and high hopes for them. I'm not going to dive too much into the USA team because I've done a lot of videos talking about their roster and talking about how I think that they will do in the Olympics. So I recommend checking out some of my other videos on this channel to hear more about what I think about the USA roster and how their team may do. So now for the top contenders. These are the teams that I think have the highest chance of earning a silver and bronze medal. And those teams I have on this list are Australia, Belgium, and France. Australia has medaled in every Olympics from 1996 to 2012, but has taken a step back since Laura Jackson retired from the WNBA in 2012. But now Australia has Ezi Magbegor, and she's one of the best offensive players in the WNBA. They also have Jade Melbourne, so that's a huge help. They also have Alanna Smith as well as Rebecca Allen. Literally, they have so many players that are just so talented, and their defense is going to be very strong, and I think their defense is going to give any team trouble, including the U.S. Belgium boasts several standout players who have made an impact both domestically and internationally. Emma Meesseman, a WNBA star, is a prime example. Her leadership, experience, and skill set significantly boost Belgium's chances in the tournament. Alongside her, players like Julie Allemand and Kim Mestdagh bring depth and versatility to the team. Now, they finished 7th in the 2020 Olympics, but I still think their potential is going to really surprise a lot of teams. And they are considered one of the newer teams, so this is a huge year for them, again. In 2012, France took the silver medal, and in 2020 they took the bronze medal, but they placed 4th in 2016. They have been consistent being in the top 5. One of France's hallmarks is their strong defensive play. They are known for their ability to disrupt opponents' offensive strategies with tight, disciplined defense. This makes them a tough team to score against and gives them an edge in close matches. Notable stars like Johannès, Sandrine, Gruda, and Ezi Magbegor bring a combination of skill, leadership, and international experience. These players have proven themselves in both European leagues and international tournaments. Also, France is the host nation. They're the home team here. So I honestly think that gives a lot more benefits than people usually think. You wouldn't think being the home team would give you that much help. But I do think it adds to a level of confidence and just knowing where you're playing to. I don't know. I do think it actually just naturally boosts your confidence. I don't know why, but I just do. Our next tiers is the underdogs, sort of the sleepers of the competition. They're good teams, but they aren't expected to take home a medal is basically what that means for this category. So in this tier, I have China, Japan, and Germany. The times China has medaled were in the 1984 and 1992 games. In recent games, China placed 6th in 2012, 10th in 2016, and 5th in 2020. They are one of the top domestic leagues in Asia. China's roster includes a mix of experienced players and rising young stars. Players like Li Meng, Han Yu, and Xiao Ting have shown remarkable talent and promise. Han Yu, in particular, brings a strong presence in the paint with her height and skill set, making her a key player to watch. China has shown significant improvement in recent years, climbing the ranks in international competitions. Their performance in the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup and Asian Championships has demonstrated their growing capabilities and potential to upset more established teams. Japan finished second in the last Olympics, but other than that, they have not placed in the top 5 since 1976. And this is going to sound so stupid, but I don't know. I think being the host nation of the 2020 Olympics really helped them secure a second place finish. I don't know why, but I'm telling you, I feel like it gives you more benefit than you think. Anyway, Japan's players are known for their resilience and strong teamwork. The development and investment in women's basketball in Japan has been significant these past few years, with a focus on nurturing younger talents and improving the overall level of play. Japan's roster features a mix of experienced players and emerging talents. Machida, known for her exceptional playmaking and leadership, along with other players like Yuki, Miyazawa, and Hamari Akayo, bring a blend of skill, experience, and athleticism that can compete with top teams. And then this is Germany's first time competing in women's basketball in the Olympics. Players like Satou Sabally, who have gained experience and recognition in the WNBA, bring a high level of skill, athleticism, and international exposure to the team. Her presence can be a game changer for Germany, and I actually think it will. I know that's crazy to say that one player is going to do so much, but I think that she really is going to do that much for the team. The next tier is the low ceiling teams, and those are the teams that aren't the best, but they will probably win some games. The teams I have in this tier are Canada and Spain. Canada has never medaled in women's basketball in the Olympics. Their best placement was 4th in 1984, but in recent games they finished in 9th last Olympics, 7th in 2016, and 8th in 2012. However, players like Kia Nurse and Natalie Achanwa bring experience, skill, and leadership to the team. Their presence on the court significantly boosts Canada's chances of winning games. The Canadian team is known for their strong fundamentals, including disciplined defense, effective ball movement, and solid shooting. Now, I don't think they're going to medal, but I think they will still be in the top 10 and win some games for sure. And then Spain is pretty much the same, but they've had a very different track record than Canada. They finished in 6th in the 2020 Olympics, and they won the silver medal in the 2016 Olympics. But in 2012, they didn't even qualify for the games. So they are a bit inconsistent, which makes it hard to really predict how they will do this year, because who knows? Maybe they're just these super underdogs this year and they're going to do amazing. Have they improved? Have they gotten more experience and better players? Those are the questions we have to ask ourselves. Players like Alba Torrens and Asto Nador bring high-level skills and experience. And then Megan Gustafson from the Las Vegas Aces was also named to the team. And I think she's going to bring high energy and a different vibe to the team as a whole, low-key. I know that's crazy to say that one person's going to change a lot of things. I don't know. I do. I think Megan Gustafson, especially seeing her playing with the Aces, I do think that she has the ability to change the team a lot. If they are one of the weaker teams. But Spain isn't necessarily one of the weaker teams in the Olympics, I'll say, because they would be in the Longshots if they were. But so that brings me to my last tier, the Longshots. And these are the teams that I think are the weaker ones in the competition. And I hate saying this because it seems so mean, but they just are, okay? If I had to rank them, you got to rank people on the bottom. And I had to. I'm sorry, but I had to rank people on the bottom if I'm going to do rankings at all. Okay, so the teams I have in this category are Serbia, Nigeria, and Puerto Rico. These 3 teams just aren't as good as their competitors, in my opinion. The Serbia team lacks depth in the roster, and the level of experience in players from the US or France wait, did I say that right? Let me make that clear. They lack the level of experience the players from the US and France have. So Serbia did finish in 3rd place in 2016, and they made it to the semifinals in 2020, which, gives them a boost. But I still don't see them winning against teams like France, Belgium, or Australia. Whereas I do think the teams I put in the low ceiling tier could potentially really challenge the top contender teams. Nigeria has made strides in recent years, particularly in the African basketball scene. They have been dominant in the FIBA Women's Afro Basketball tournaments, showcasing their potential. However, their performance in global competitions has been less consistent, placing them as underdogs on the world stage. Many Nigerian players have less experience competing in top international leagues compared to players from more established basketball nations. This lack of exposure to high-level competition can be a disadvantage when facing more seasoned teams in the Olympics. And then Puerto Rico finished 12th last Olympics. While Puerto Rico has a number of talented players, their overall depth is just not as strong as that of top-tier teams. Puerto Rico's women's basketball team has shown improvement and determination in recent years, particularly in regional competitions like the FIBA Women's AmeriCup. However, their performance in global tournaments has been less consistent, making them less likely to advance far in the Olympics. Puerto Rico has shown flashes of potential, but has struggled with consistency. Maintaining a high level of play throughout the tournament is crucial, and their inconsistency can lead to unexpected losses, and that's what I think makes them more of a long shot, So that concludes our look into the Olympic women's basketball teams, and now we're going to move into the next segment where we talk about Olympic gymnasts that I miss watching. Okay, before we're going to get into that, we're going to be taking a very short break, so I will see you guys very soon.
Looking for your daily fix of sports talk without having to pay for it? GSMC Sports Network is available on YouTube. Just search GSMC Sports Network. Get your fix of daily sports talk shows on YouTube, absolutely free. NFL, college football, NBA, MLB, MMA, UFC, fantasy football, and so much more. GSMC Sports Network has shows running all day long, with new sports shows starting every 2 hours. Just like on your favorite cable sports channel, except GSMC Sports Network is absolutely free. Just search GSMC Sports Network on YouTube to catch one of your new favorite shows, like the GSMC College Football Podcast, Chip Shot Football Podcast, Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, GSMC